Alrighty. It should. Alrighty, we're on, we're up, and here we go.
And I'm on time!
Woo! Well, to be fair, I am later than I usually am, but...
Yeah.
So, before we continue on the story proper, because I imagine I'm going to be going to a new location as soon as I do that, let's go towards the map and try dealing with all the different quests I have available right now.
Yep.
Because of course I do. Oh boy, don't I ever. Uh-oh.
Let's go.
I don't think I'll be able to avoid these chocobos.
Fly, Ambrosia.
No.
Yeah, sorry, I have to put them down.
Understandable, I mean... I'm putting all the blame on Ultima for this.
Yeah. Also, here's what the ultimate looks like for Shiva. A little overkill, but I was trying to do the other skill instead.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Where's Ambrosia? Oh, there we go. So yeah, don't need to bother with anything else. Just need to go try doing these, Oh, what are you folks doing here?
Thanks, girl.
Alright, awkwardly stare in the distance.
Faster. Damn it. The whole village is turned.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't look like there's any avoiding these.
Nope.
All yours, Torgal. Go, Torgal.
Yeah, I have to pretty much go through here if I want to get the items that I'm here for.
Yeah.
Well, might as well put these souls out of their misery.
This one. Go, Torgal. Attack. Go, Torgal.
Messed up the execution there a bit, but it doesn't matter because it didn't come back to bite me. We got some fallen bombs up ahead. Damn, that didn't finish them all.
Yeah.
I would have thought it would.
Go, to this one.
I'm scared to see what Akashic bombs would look like.
Probably. I don't think there's a difference considering these things are a piece of fallen technology, and we've yet to see those things go Akashic.
Yeah, true.
Good thing I don't have to worry about Ambrosia turning Akashic.
Nope.
That would be heartbreaking for Clive.
I know!
Okay, managed to sneak through without learning any of them. Oh yeah, I think I was told this was a thing I could do.
Straight home now.
I think I avoided it before, but I might as well give it a try now. Oh, it just gave me an item. I feel ripped off. I've seen fallen chests before, so... I wonder what I have to fight to get what I want.
I'll need to deal with these ones first.
Oh, God. Ha-ha!
Big dude. Now got the Phoenix Riser in my glamour dresser and on a glamour plate. Beautiful. Well, more my armor, since it is a holiday item. Oh dang. Being that huge ultimate ice attack with all the fire around you and in limit break mode, that was epic.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I'm ever getting Rib Titan.
Nope.
Because you gotta admit, that was pretty badass what I just did right there.
Right there.
Oh yeah.
Just two more to find.
Okay, with that done, I do believe we can move on ahead. I think so, anyway. Yeah, because that's for Phoenix Heal Thyself, so... Need to go over to this one.
Laura should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course.
I was gonna say, because, I hate to tell you this, but, the odds of the stuff being,
their whole lives in servitude.
their,
Their own masters. Small wonder they
quickly is very slow, given that it's just plants. And as far as I'm aware, the magic is for growing stuff normally in general.
Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep them in Gazal greens for a few years at least.
Gazal greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love them too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on
Swear to
its
God, I
feet,
have to deal with a
mean
whole
all
horde of
us.
Akashic chocobos.
Not exactly succulent, but cook 'em right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well...
Thankfully, I've yet
I'll
to
go
have
there
to
and show
fight
him
something
I'm sure you
thing
will.
that tried to try to kill me for having it in general. So there's at least that.
How do? There you go.
Get that in me.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Who am I even searching for self-determination again?
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even a bandit.
All I know for certain is that there is a lot of quests that I have. Almost to an annoying degree.
Yep.
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin?
Especially hate it whenever I have to search an area and it's not something with hostiles. Like, at least when it's hostiles, it's fairly obvious when I have to go fight something.
Because the heavens have gone to reckon.
Come on. There we go.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Alrighty. Now we know how that goes. And now, naturally, I have to go back.
Yep.
A little annoying, but with quests like these,
Backtracking is inevitable.
and naturally I can't backtrack despite, you know, this just not even being a city anymore, just a graveyard. You know what? That column was in the dark. Oh. 1 second. Someone's calling me.
Okay. Yeah, just I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Now that little interruption out of the way. Gonna go
Spam
on.
caller?
Nah, just my sister. Needing to confirm something.
Okay.
Gotta love these people, though. The whole
They haven't broken camp yet.
world is in disarray, and the first thing they decided was, yeah, let's get more slaves.
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready to
What do you think caused part of the problem to begin with?
Is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more, and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
Wow, how rude.
You're welcome to try.
You don't even know I was a threat yet. I reckon you won't still. Because you'll be dead. I'm actually a little bit surprised they all managed to survive. Let's see, where...
You know, every time when I see the protect spell, I just get salty.
Why? Because you don't have protect
in 14 anymore? Yeah.
You know, I just get annoyed just because it's such a, annoying little boost. Come on. Target again, normally. Nope. Thought I was on Titan still. Oh, well, killed that guy, so. There we go. Stab. Not the most elegant of finishes, that I will sadly attest to.
Yep.
So bad, Amount. What was that about killing me again?
Escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid.
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible, surely.
Wow.
We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
So we just gotta let her go free?
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places.
Yeah, something tells me it's gonna bite her back in the rear.
Though. Her connections at the Imperial Court
slaver
will see that
woman.
Justice is done.
All right. If you're
I've got a
certain.
funny feeling with everything going on, Karma's really gonna catch up to her.
For everything.
Well, at least by the sounds of it, the Dane will be able to do us a favor.
Know that they're safe.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
But yeah, if I knew about this, I would have just went to Mother's Rest first and then just backtracked.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it, game.
Let me guess, you gotta be set upon by other enemies?
Welcome back, Sid.
No, I got teleported back.
Boris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Owen, your letter.
I didn't want to teleport, game.
Anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sambrek. Went quietly, or so we're told. She won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway.
Yeah, Doris and Clive are, funny enough, pretty similar in that regard. They were both raised to be weapons.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Of course, one didn't start off from birth like that. One was originally royalty, after all.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't enough for the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yep.
Anyway. Back to Rosaria. And this time, I just have to go here, then teleport all the way up there, and I should be golden.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
One thing I will say in terms of a little bit of sad news is that apparently 16 isn't doing as well as the devs were hoping for, which I find sad. What would the game at least did financially well?
Yep.
Some people say maybe because of they were specifically limited to the
Now to find our stone
PS5,
Yote mentioned blood red petals.
which definitely might be a cause, especially since, well, you would have definitely gotten this game, I imagine.
Just my luck.
Yeah, though some of the scenes,
Here we go. One second.
okay.
Sorry, that was just, Sadie.
Okay.
God damn it. Kept hitting the orb when I meant to hit him. There we go. Memory serves, I think this is where got Ambrosia the first time.
Yeah.
Alright, now I just need
Close
to get...
to it, that's for sure.
Yeah, certainly looks similar enough.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, here we go. Just need to gather the petals.
Here it is.
Kinda wish there was just one, if it was all gonna be from one location.
Right. That should do it.
Now we get to go all the way over here. Speak to Wade.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery
I've
from
come with
Arthur.
seeds.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields.
But
They'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in.
Yeah, that's what I thought would happen.
Wait, all of them.
Time it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
More Akashic. Go kick butt.
The Horde.
Akashic, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians, what help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
And right. Clive have seen bears willing to die for the people who protect them, so... Mm-hmm. Let's hope this doesn't end nearly as tragically.
Yeah.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will, a home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for.
I was gonna say.
Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance.
I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure the plan isn't gonna be having you guys go in the front lines. The back lines seems like a better place for untrained soldiers.
Didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom.
Emphasis on everything. Normally I would say it's being dramatic, whenever it says stuff like that, but now I've seen how this world treats bears.
Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Definitely better Wade does, so I'm a little bit,
Well, if it was
overboard.
numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing.
then blow them sky high.
That point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround and fall
Encirclement.
and for
Not a
you
bad
and I to
strategy.
finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Await, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade, they're here.
Oh, look at that. You can't argue with me anymore. Now go, Sir Wade.
We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
Here we go.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
Yikes, when they said, 4, they weren't kidding. That's a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's just by default.
Isn't he, or do those goblins seem a little bigger?
Over here! This one. Get him! Sick him! Go to him! Attack! Go to him! Get him!
Quite amusing how long I got to keep that guy in the air.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Oh. Don't worry, the Raptors, not Chocobo. Completely different. was like, wondering, like, oh, weird, why is that chocobo breathing fire? That's not something that happens when they're Akashic. Nope,
Yeah,
just
nope,
raptors.
it was... Yeah.
All things considered, not that, bad. I think they were overreacting.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Then again, I'm playing as Clive, so...
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
Yep.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Don't worry, Wade. Wade, I've dealt with my fair share of kitties in the past. Oh, how I hate the game for making me unable to use Ambrosia in towns.
Mm-hmm.
Next one's mine.
The Curl was sighted on Rhiannon's ride back towards Martha's Rest.
Eastpool will be safe in our hands, my lord.
Alright, now I can have Ambrosia.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see how I do with this cat.
With me, Torgal.
Oh, jeez.
Last time I fought this thing, I was specifically yeah.
Poor kitty.
Ooh. And dead.
At least I won't have to suffer anymore.
Yep.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Definitely gotten a little bit better than last time. Thanks to the block. The block is God.
Mm-hmm.
True, I can't
Lord Rossfield,
really
the Curl.
counterattack projectiles, but I can block them.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends.
Something Clive wish he was able
Thank you.
to do
Sir Wade,
5 years ago at this point.
it's us who should be thanking you.
Yeah.
You brought us together, showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't going to rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
He's only one man after all. And now I gotta go speak with Martha, who is back at Martha's Rest. We need people stay in one place for at least 12 seconds. I mean, you were there, Martha.
Returns. It's lucky you came by when you did,
Yep.
eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went
No
and saved
denying
Eastpool and
it.
all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful, anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Woo!
And that's another one done.
Yep. Now I go over to Northreach. Because we still ain't done yet.
Nope.
I wish we were. But unfortunately, we have a lot of stuff to go through. Okay. Under new management's inside, and over here is even weirder science. Oh, maybe we'll put that marker there, that way I don't forget.
Let's go.
Actually, you know what? Head back into the city. Do the talking there first, just in case. I hate how they don't let me just use my bird.
Was that shouting I heard from the back?
Like, I understand it's stopping me from using all my other abilities, but still.
Yep.
And you're just gonna fall into love.
I don't trust this Duke.
Apparently there's a new Duke.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
Wait, who are... Wait.
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrek. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used
Wow,
every
what a
means of
jerk.
persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrek. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation. Least of all when it's
Hey, Gad.
only to elevate others.
Trying to get all the side quests done.
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
I'll see what I can do.
Sure, I'll appeal to the Duke. Maybe he swings the other way. And that's why your charms didn't work on him.
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right.
I would laugh that I was actually the reason. Because otherwise, I just see this ending off with flooding.
Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
It's not only control of the garrison. We already have a leader in the Dane.
Halt. Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should...
Dude, I've dealt with threats that your hired battalion needs to deal with by myself with a dog. I may not be part of any official military, but do not call me a citizen.
The sword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid.
In blood.
Is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. with Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. A citizens' revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose.
From a tactical standpoint, I can at least understand where the guy is coming from. The problem is somewhat twofold, though. One, definitely will need a lot of supplies. And, well, naturally, trying to keep everyone loyal.
Unfortunately, due to everything going on, that's all going to be easier said than done.
Yeah.
He really did not think this through, did he?
Yeah.
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
At the very least, the guy is trying to be strong. But
he's really doing it all the wrong way. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah. Plus, he left these people originally.
And the one who actually did more for them than he did runs a brothel.
Yes.
And despite that, they all respect her.
Yep.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, only for some noble to turn up and tell you got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
The garrison salvaged what they could.
Guy will be fighting an uphill battle. Like I said.
Very uphill battle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, is that the time already? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get myself something to eat. I am starving.
No problem. I plan on eating soon too.
And we've hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is.
So I don't get kicked out of my own island, since I've been doing island sanctuary stuff while while watching your stream, which I find very relaxing. I'm gonna leave.
Alright, I'll talk to the soldiers
Well,
inside.
sword the dame's so fond of. That was some fine work you did up in Moor. We'll see to our own affairs from now on now. Duke's got big plans for the Empire.
Don't sound too confident in that, buddy.
And you're just gonna fall into line.
Excuse me.
Let's see.
I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Alright, so we got one guy that's up for it. Feel like we're gonna have a bit of a flip around here.
We already have a leader in the Dame.
Be hilarious if it was just the one guy, though.
Yeah.
Cynical soldier.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
You know, that's pretty reasonable, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
He's
trying to protect his family.
To turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreck is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
A whole day.
Oh boy, if only they will understand what happened with the Emperor.
Welcome back.
I prefer they don't. They might end up using that against the prince, who is the rightful ruler.
For you, certainly.
Of course, sadly, that might end up happening anyway. With
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
Anyways,
To
be right back.
truth, I'm in two minds.
Okay, well, this guy is
It's my sworn duty
middle.
as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you there, Get. Make sure to do your support by buying and playing the game yourself.
I expect Isabel.
Apparently their side hadn't sold as well as it has. Or as well as it should have, anyway. Time to go talk to the dame. Time to go talk to the dame.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I talked to a lot of people, actually. Sorry if I gave you the impression that we had a philosophical debate. With how long Clive was gone.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands.
Kind of.
Soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much.
It's hard to get into detail, given how, like, the time is skipped.
I want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Alrighty.
I quickly came back to check on things, and I saw that there's still hope for Northreach.
Yep. The Dame has a plan in place. It got inspired to do so when Philip decided to turn his resignation rather than continue serving the Empire for the Duke's benefit.
Yep. I need spirit back. Good. Take care of my food.
Ready, go? Yeah.
Now it's time to go get myself some more items. More quests being done.
Alright.
Normally I attack the animals, but they are all trying to survive in this, well, endgame world, let's say, without giving too much spoilers. need to turn back. Sorry, Ambrosia. Let's go to the right. So ignore the fallen for now. I want to be a little bit faster.
Thanks,
I figured I have to deal with these things. Chill out. Protect is such an annoying ability in this game.
Nice try. Over here. This one.
That's it. No, my core Pekope. Ow. But yeah, they're not even singing. Or summoning reinforcements.
This one.
Oh, damn it. Let's see, I'm actually curious about the dodge. Come on. Neat. I can get myself the spear over here. Oh, the attack bouncing off.
Two down.
Yeah, but unlike you, I have a way to break through even that, so... Nah, 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 nah. Okay, now I gotta do stuff over here. Oh, I'm so glad I'm dedicating this specifically to just deal with everything.
Everything's back the way it was.
Take that, you naughty
The deflect sound still haunts me.
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord?
Woo!
Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
I'm offended. Dude, why did no one ever thought about inviting Sid the Outlaw to this?
Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we
I was,
will. If we continue to
I was an
work
outlaw
together,
before it was
we
cool.
can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. By finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my
Well,
lord.
they're on the top of a hill. They're going to be
fill you in on
surprised when I come underneath.
I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
Here we go.
What's the difference between a lord and a knight?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
I'm glad someone brought that up.
Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Here we go.
Faster!
Those ne'er-do-wells, man.
It is kind of funny how all these guys are banding together to just rob other people. They could be doing so many other good things. But nope, they're wasting their time being bandits. Oh well. That just makes them fodder for me.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him. The one who killed Locke and Fingers. Take his head
Who? Sorry for the pause there, gang. I just noticed I got the cold-blooded. Neat. Unleash hounds. Nope. Sorry for the deception, Gat. Please keep healing him. It'll leave faster than stage. Oh snap! What did that do? Inflict permafrost by perfectly dodging attack with cold snap. Yes, Gat, I did. I'll do it again. No one can stop me! Now to give these guys the, what I call the electric chair. Alright, guy, come on. Give me one shot. Come on. You could do something more. Either way, Gad, I think the guy probably preferred that to how that counter ended. Right in the gonads.
Any trouble? No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
He needs them right away.
All right.
Alright, time to deal with the racism towards magic casters again.
Now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices...
I'm back and oof.
Convince them that nothing has changed.
So guess who turns out was secretly a wizard all this time, and now the people are being racist towards him.
Wow!
I'm glad you
jerks!
And it was just after Lebrec was just about to be told, or the people were going to have Lebrec become mayor.
And I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
Poor Lubor.
Yeah.
Lubor, stay here with the children.
So Lubor was a
bearer
the entire time.
Yeah.
Boy,
A bandit.
he hit it well.
Yeah. A bandit was slipping through and was about to kill one of the children when he used a bolt of magic to stop him.
Why are you taking the bearer's side?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss out there?
Knew all along that he was...
Here we go.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
I feel like Jill would have been the one to do better at this. Unfortunately, she's not here, and this is the main story for us, so...
That he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Hopefully things end well for Labor.
That is a question for the people.
He'd make a great mayor.
And they will
Bearer or
thank you
not.
to get involved.
Being a bearer doesn't completely describe one's character. It's only a part of them.
Yeah, but these people aren't having it.
Had made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
And besides, he uses magic to protect
Once
kids.
their eyes cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Have they forgotten about that?
Yeah, it's not like he used the magic for any other reason.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side? I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But
It fits in a shoebox that's been smashed by several mallets.
But perhaps
And has a
not
ticking
in this
time bomb
lifetime.
ready to explode as soon as they arrive.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor.
But there's still hope.
Give them time.
If you can get outside before the time goes off.
We'll talk some sense into them in the end. You'll see.
Did I mention there's several wires that keeping it as far hopeless as possible?
But Lubor.
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
I would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves?
And he's giving up right away.
It seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. A reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
Sorry, Clive, but they'll have to wait for next time in the next quest. There's no way this is where it ends.
No. This is leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
And you're gonna have to eat that taste because, yeah, can't continue on. Nope. What does,
Lord
Lord
Fer
Lackey
has ordered
think?
us to keep tracking the bandits' movements, according to Master Lubor's wishes. Though he may not have told us the full truth, Lubor's never given us any reason to doubt him.
None of the stalls were plundered this time, thanks Peter Gilbert.
At least his lackeys
How did your men
are
fare?
on his side.
Yeah.
Let's
Alright, here we go. Gonna avoid all the native wildlife because at this point I think it's better off the townsfolk get any meat, whatever they can from hunting, rather than me just killing them for sport. Then I want to hurry up with finishing all this, that way I can just spend the rest of my time eating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Well, the other places have God damn it. Just notice how there's another quest on this damnable map.
Yep.
When does it end? Said light, when does it end?
Well, I guess we could count this as the side quest stream.
Oh yeah. I knew ahead of time it was going to be filled with side quests, because I remember distinctly being over. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Don't tell me I have to go from a different vantage point. Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to teleport to here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I love teleporting to get to somewhere.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
But yeah, here's hoping Lubor's people stand by him. Probably be, I'll be to get the townsfolk to focus otherwise. Because Lupor, his decision will have long-lasting consequences for what comes afterwards.
Yep.
Ah, good to see I have my favorite army of killer psychopath robots. Hey, who wants to spec at me?
They look kind of like mammoths.
Maybe they are mammoths. Stab. Good job, Thorkel. You get a pet.
Good puppy.
Now to get this accursed spear.
That's all of them. Owen can uncross his toes now.
Okay. Alright, let's get this over here done first. Considering this town's in under dire need. Dire need of a reaping. Thou you could say. Okay.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Yeah, 'cause I think one of the mines became Akashic? Or flooded. No, flooded with Aether, not Akashic.
Certainly.
The mine itself didn't become a monster. So I wouldn't put it past the game.
Clive, you're here.
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris' scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes, at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw?
And I'm not part of the League of Outlaws. That's a completely separate group.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish
Being
beating each other
selfish
up once
for-
Dravost is safe.
Fine.
I became selfish for everyone's sake. That's all I'm hearing out of this.
Sorry, Clive.
Selfish selflessness.
Stuck my nose in.
Mhm.
Short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off. You, ready for the off then?
We can't afford to waste any more
I
time.
got the lion tonic, so
Might be worth having one last word with the scouts.
I
though.
think I do have the strength to, as the kids say,
Blackthorn.
give him a swirly.
Town might be better off staying inside the...
If you know, the swirly was ice forming around their heads.
Yep.
This side of the walls, and there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravost till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
Oh boy.
Alright. Which one of you's first?
Oh! An Akashic buffalo. And some wolves.
Well, I'll say that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm just going to assume this is not the whole horde. Otherwise I'll be disappointed. So I'm going to hold off on doing my ultimate technique. Only for now, though. Perish!
Yep, man, looks like you were right. Oh my gosh, now we got scorpions.
Well, to quote the head scorpion himself, get over here! Ooh, a griffin! Alrighty. So I learned I gotta make sure I perfect block wind magic, else I'm gonna definitely pay.
Yeah.
How? Oh, I'm a little disappointed that was how it died. I was gonna do diamond dust. Now, like Clive here saying, is that it? Oh.
Apparently not.
It was not it at all. Hey. Hey, you're not even a cautious. Go away.
Is that a Hydra?
Chimera,
No,
actually.
Okay, I only just saw the two heads.
This one.
I can block fire with my fist. Perish, Chimera!
Woo! Clyde 1, Chimera 0.
Not quite yet. Use cold snap to escape a freezing technique. I do believe that's what they call checkmate. Ow, I got nipped in the butt. The little frostbite thing that it created. Alright, getting close. Damn it! I wanted to finish on with Diamond Dust, but I did the wrong ability again. Ah! I should just use Diamond Dust when it seems like it's low, instead of holding off like a fool. But it's dead. Not Akashic, but it's dead.
The question is, did I miss any?
Yep.
It is funny though, like they could have easily made that Akashic, but no, it's not.
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid, you're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those a catch.
It's mainly because I've only recently developed the ability to freeze monsters solid.
But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravos won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I was envied you.
Ah, he's finally manning up and admitting what he did was wrong.
You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravos isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravost what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw. Back in my
finally, those two have made up.
I swear to God, if there's another blacksmith-related quest after this.
Well, I'm sure if there is, it'd be of a lighter note.
Yeah.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to hone an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravost in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the Hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Oh boy.
This ought to be good.
Let's see. I still have several places I have to be first. Yay! Why can't this place be on? Oh my gosh.
Well, definitely officially the side quest stream.
I
But
know.
hey, at least you'll be getting more stuff to prepare yourself for Odin. Think of it that way. Hey.
I know. The title still makes sense. The March for Odin.
Lord Rosfield.
This is just a very long and unexpected prep phase.
My brother said that your order.
To be fair, he is. To be fair, in order for Clive to reach him right now, I literally have to go under the ocean.
Little and less, I regret to report.
There's been submarines in Final Fantasy before.
However, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
Duty undying. Okay.
A village built around an airship. Sounds like another Lost Wing.
And that requires me to go to a place I haven't been before. Yeah! Because why not?
Which is inaccessible at the moment.
Well, from one
Unless you go
direction.
through- Yeah, there's always the Gilded Path.
If I forget. Yeah.
You're
At least.
expanding your map.
Yeah, I'm expanding my map. That's the good thing.
Time to fight.
Which means more opportunities to get more areas for bounty hunts.
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, I'll double check afterwards, but I do believe I've cleared every other place of, I've cleared every bounty mark presently available. Not in the game as a whole, I know that. Especially if they have any New Game Plus specific ones. But for the moment, I'm fine.
You breathe underwater to get the help of a fairy. Yeah, unless you're 14, you either breathe underwater to get the help of a fairy whale. Yep, that's right, Gat.
Yep. Gotta ignore the
But unfortunately,
falling.
this isn't 14, even though it's pretty much the same crew.
If I were able to get Leviathan's power, that's probably how the thing would start.
Yeah, and on top of all that, and on top of all that, if there's not a submarine, then there's most likely also a tunnel under the water. Oh, wow.
Well,
This place
it,
looks abandoned. Oh, nope, dead.
yep. Well, it looked like the Undying was not a correct name.
And yeah, we got bogeys.
Damn you, Paul! I will kill you all!
Woo! Nothing like overkill.
Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader. Zika! Over here!
Certainly thinks it can tussle with you, Clive. They get paid for his ignorance.
Nice try. This one.
I'm killing your boss. You can't stop me, damn it! Ooh, I got over 16,000.
That's gotta be your best record yet.
Probably is, to be honest.
Okay, something's shooting a laser at you, and it's probably those things.
Yep. Did so much damage that the backup didn't even have enough time to actually save their boss.
Yeah. You were really going ham on them.
These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not?
I'm literally wearing the former Archduke's attire. Why is you guys unable to recognize me?
Our brothers here occupied their attention.
They were probably still shaken from the attack.
And to you. We were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy?
At least there were survivors.
Might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
Yeah, I don't blame Clive for chewing them out like that.
Yeah, fortunately just...
One thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
One of those times where sometimes it's good to be more prepared than that.
Yeah, that's the problem with fanatic devotion sometimes. It can sometimes override the natural need of staying alive.
Yeah.
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
Looks like Joshua needs to talk some sense into these guys.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue.
Well, he's not specifically saying no.
Together.
But they really need to like lay off the extremities.
Well, only one more side quest left to do before I'm free. Because everything else is just wrap up.
Yeah.
What's happened? Please, a piece of fruit.
Oh, I have to go backwards. If I have to guess, this is in relation to a certain brother and his attempts to break away from his sister. Yep.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but... no buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
Uh-oh.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randala then. And better not keep Eloise waiting.
Oh boy.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
But I wouldn't give for a home.
Ambrosia won't help me here, in the middle of the open path, where I'm pretty sure I've seen Chocobo. Don't you lie to me, Clive. Alright, now I think I can summon Ambrosia.
Let's go. Faster.
Alrighty. Oh, but my god, the amount of side quests that opened up after Odin kicked my ass.
Yep.
Like how, like, which number is this one again?
About number 6.
And my god, have they been long character driven. Which is nice, don't get me wrong, I'm just hoping that that's the gonna be the last of it. I'm trying to, Odin! Why I'm grinding?
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the Consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted
I got a bad feeling about this.
Dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
About 90% certain that guy was just lying to buy her potential interest in actually joining.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself
Yeah, I
to
got a
blame.
bad feeling.
He was right, you see.
Those bearers
The
are
Silver
not
Peak
going to be
Consortium did intend to
treated
buy
too
those
well.
bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more, and he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. The others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
Well, that sounds like time for me to join in.
I'll gather some men and join
And
you
my
there.
computer reset it without my permission.
Make sure
Damn
he's
you,
safe.
computer. I'm like 90. Well, at least I start off everything as I should. It's faster if I just go here. But this attack coming in now is fishy to me. Too fishy. So much fish, I would say Leviathan was involved if Leviathan wasn't already dead. Don't worry, we got Dragoons. Dragoons are all dead. Out of my way, goblins. And yes, Gath, I did step on a goblin's nads, and there's nothing you can do about it. Good thing Clive doesn't take fall damage.
Dang it!
Where's the beasties?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to
Of course
keep it from
they
the
are.
village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
You.
He makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
So when you say upriver,
Ambrosia won't help me here.
damn it, Clive, you're pressed for time and you're complaining to me about Ambrosia wouldn't fit. Let's see, is this dragon truly Akashic? Alright, the scorpions are, but I have no intention of fighting them because I just want to fight the dragon.
Where are you, Theo?
I know, it's ironic. I spared the I killed the goblins, but I'm sparing the... I'm sparing the things that are specifically Akashic.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason the Helldivers are not Akashic either. Oh boy, does Theo's luck look incredibly slim.
Oh no.
The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. Too slow.
hope Theo's okay.
Come on, what do you hit me? This should be able to get all of them.
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
Or find the dragon.
Looks like
There we go.
This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
That's right, gang. I just froze a dragon.
Nice! Oh, dang it, hiccups! Never underestimate Shiva, cat.
And the thing, that's not even diamond dust. Time to yeet the dragon. Yeet the dragon! Na 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 na. Oh, Nelly!
I believe that was a dang good chunk of his health bar. Yep. Dang, you better stop it before it boosts up its attacking speed again.
Thankfully, dragons are weak to ice type. God damn it. I feel like I did the wrong thing. And now, I finish this with the proper bang it deserves! Mission complete.
Clive?
What killed the dragon?
Theodore.
The Ice Age. Oh no.
We have to get you out of here.
Oh no. He's Akashic!
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that
No, 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 no!
just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore.
Oh, no.
Not this time, Link.
So will you!
Focus on that emotion. Claw out from the abyss.
Come on.
At least enough to not fighting.
Sister. Theodore. Wait. Goodbye. Elle.
Well, he used the power of love. Just not in the way that fairy tales we would like the kids to learn to. Fuck.
He wanted to protect his sister.
Gotta get her out of here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, fuck. Like, I know, Link, you're trying to make a joke there, but... Yikes. I'm a little bit scared with how some of the follow-ups will go. I thought Theo was going to be fine, because he was, you know, major character as a psychic. Nope.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life.
Just didn't happen the way either
He never
you guys
could come
wanted
to
it to
terms
be.
with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
For Theodore. Oh. For a split second, I thought I was going to level up. And that's all the side quests. Oh, there! The bravest of Chip.
Oh, gosh. Dang.
Well...
I'm definitely God, I'm reminded of the vault all of a sudden.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of perfume.
Oh, dang, they're here. Oh, time for a little bit more of a light-hearted thing going on.
Yeah, I needed something more lighthearted than
Just about to make a stop
after
on that
that.
sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge.
Ah, so everything coming together.
And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
I'd say it's working, Link.
Led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
No, Save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Please tell me the sword's my reward and I can start swinging it like no one's business.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords.
And it's definitely one nice looking sword.
It's quite something.
Trust you.
Finally, I don't need to get materials to help make the sword. I get to be given it from doing the quest.
Does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
And now to get materials to upgrade the sucker.
This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Yeah.
Yep. The upgrade that comes after the Ragnarok.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to
I do indeed want to make the Ultima weapon. Unfortunately, that I have already been told that's New Game Plus exclusive. But when I do get it, I will, from inevitably going that route, I'll make sure to show it to you guys. Especially since the road to there will be a lot of murder with Odin in the meantime. At that point, I'll have his weapon and his abilities. And they'll all be mine. And mine alone. Quest complete.
Yay.
And I also got a level up. In more ways than one. The goddamn wrong. Ashen Legends reports that one day the age of dominance draw to a close and Evercleft's Titan will set the land ablaze, cleansing of foulness and allowing for its rebirth. A clash they call Ragnarok.
Nice.
And I got the upgrade for what comes next. So, farewell, oh mighty blade that I believe was originally given to me via Shiva. For I now go on to an even greater sword.
Yep. Hey, at least Icebrand had lasted you quite a while, so.
And it was fun, to be quite frank.
Home for yourselves.
Yeah.
And I can see why Blackthorn's so taken with it.
Well, let's see what is needed for the upgrade.
Yeah, let's see.
But next trouble with your gear, or
Let's see. What's this?
I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend to me, Clive. The best. What do you want?
No problem, man. Oh, okay, so I need Orichalcum. What was that, Link? Apparently I am gonna have to start farming Orichalcum in order to make it. Dark Steel, which looks like it'll be a hunting item, and a primitive battle horn, also a hunting item.
Mm-hmm.
That just figures, don't it?
Yep.
Anyway, let's go in reverse, because I love doing that stuff. Can I call it? Or can I call it? Oh, well, yeah, man, call it. If you don't call it now, you'll miss the chance. You'll regret it for the rest of your life.
You totally called it there, Link. We needed Orichalcum.
That was funny. Legit Orichalcum.
expecting you back so soon. So...
Reverse.
Is it good news or bad?
I'm proud of you, Gat. I would have fucked up. You spelled that properly.
That's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million!
Yeah.
To the smelter right away.
Oh, that's funny. If I recall correctly, too, from what I've heard, I think that's actually going to be the strongest sword in the base game. Not even Odin's sword will match it. The one I get, not the one from the Dark Arts, because that one scales.
The Telemon Furnace! Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
Good.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
Get away from my bag, man. You don't touch another man's bag.
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up?
Hey, at least you'll get more potions.
And I reckon I know how. With a
Fair
new
enough.
alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just
I am running low on them, so I am going to have to make sure I buy some.
metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal.
Stretchy metal. That doesn't sound like the most stable of metals.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise.
We'll see how it goes.
At least that last little bit of the question made Link's night. He's a...
What do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious.
Oh, yeah.
Pure wine.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too.
I might give some use for a stretchy metal.
Gonna know about the inventions you helped us put together.
Definitely in terms of vehicles, especially those that are made for being able to move around quickly. I can't wait to go even beyond weirder. So when you say maximize, does this mean this is the last time? Alrighty, I can get myself a lot of potions now. Does not look like I get any more Lionheart though. With 2 Ds. I don't get it. It's just double Ds. Nah, no well. Anyway, time to do the thing that Clive definitely would have done first. Help out the brother.
And no doubt there's also probably some...
Yote, I brought back all
The hunting marks will come later. I will start off the next hunt with a sacrifice to Odin that way.
I was actually talking about more letters to your room.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
I'll keep using and abusing these primal powers till the day I die, and no one can stop me. Except my body giving away. But apparently that won't be a thing if I am truly the Ultima vessel that Ultima desires to be a vessel for Ultima.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's go over here.
How are you doing?
Just to double check.
Think you can help?
I feel bad for this guy. His job is meaningless.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back.
Unlike yours, dear. Faith Undying.
You earned this.
Ring of Quickshot. What does that do? Oh, we're getting very close to the end here.
Best of luck out there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, it's these things, isn't it? Oh god, I wish some of these things could be a difficulty setting and not just a thing that I had to equip. Where's that other thing I got? Ah, here we go. Swift shot. Lower charge rate for charge magic by 0.02 seconds. That doesn't sound nearly as helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Like legit, that sounds like a bare minimum of change for something I barely use.
Yeah.
Would have been one thing if it was something I frequently use, but it isn't. Anyway, double checking the hunting board. Damn it!
There's Marks.
Damn you! Dragon, scorpion, and a lion. Okay, sounds like...
It's a chimera.
Yeah, it sounds like a chimera. Are we sure I haven't already killed this damn thing yet? But that'll be it for me for now, gang. I gotta go eat, but the next time we resume the stream, not sure when it will be, but I plan on at least having it be on Saturday. I'm hoping on speed running, you see. We will continue on our grand adventure.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Sure. Get to it, Bertrand. I'm going on it, Moogle. I feel like I got a war game. Somebody these things on! But yeah, we will get to there, beat up everything,
Sid made it home safely.
and
Yeah, and
well,
hopefully that'll be what we need to do to prep ourselves before dealing with the king himself.
yes, and as a reminder, when I get to his island, I'm taking off my Ring of Timely Focus. Meaning, I have to be paying extra attention, because that means I'm gonna get a hit a lot.
Yeah.
But before I forget, because I feel like I'll screw up if I don't, I'm gonna buy myself the potions I need.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna just, get ready for doing that.
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
And the last elixir, because I want to stay alive.
Yep.
Is that all?
Indeed, I am a masochist. But it's less about masochism, but more I want him to know that I am the worthy heir to the power of darkness that he calls his own.
Just to inform you, Link, he could cleave an ocean to... His cleats could split an ocean.
Yeah, he was there when Odin beat Clive in like a singular strike by cutting his entire body, like multiple injuries, just wide open from one attack.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Link is aware of the danger I face. It is a danger that I will. Indeed, I do want to face that force. That I can take it onto myself, assimilate it, that I may inflict it upon others in many ways. But, like I said, that'll be for next time. I've been the eccentric Mr. Chaos.
And my trainer, the spellcaster Kitsune.
I hope you all enjoyed your stay at this Jester's court.
And remember, there's no shame in extra prep.
Indeed, that's the real magic.
Oh yeah. Bye.
And imagination.